Since I have a couple of extra half-dollar boxes, and they're from Charlani's Bank, and they weren't selected during this week's live streams, figured I'd go ahead and hunt them and see if we missed out on finding silver. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right, I've got a couple of half-dollar boxes here. I've got quite a few extra on reserve, so I figured I'd hunt a couple myself, get the money back to the bank so we can get other denominations to hunt for this week coming up. Now, as you know, I typically only hunt the boxes that haven't been selected throughout the week, and these are a couple of them. They are from Charlani's Bank, and it has been a luckier bank lately, so I'm hoping I get some silver for my own personal collection. I'll be using my stacking silver mat in hopes that it provides some good luck, but I will be looking for the varieties that I have listed on my clad varieties mat because I'm always on the lookout for a 72p DDO, which I haven't found yet, and a better example of a 74, 73, or 77 Denver minted DDO, and then of course, can't get mad at finding some of the other varieties. I'll be using my scope to get up close and personal, and if you need links to mats or scopes or anything, I have those down below. Now that we've talked enough, let's get a live opening on this first box and see if we have any magical enders to get excited about. Now, I don't get very many enders in my boxes, so I'm not really expecting that, but you never know. Looks like I'll need to get out my box opening device to get this fully open since it didn't want to cooperate very well. I am taking a quick peek and I don't see anything screaming silver, but that's about par for the course for me. So let me go ahead and start getting into these rolls, and we'll see if we have anything silvery or variety or proof or foreign to share with you all. Roll number 36. We finally have our first find. It's just an NIFC, but it gets us on the board. I was thinking this was not only going to be a skunk box, but a complete skunking. We still have 64 rolls to go though, and you never know if one of those has something silvery. CV1 box was a skunker, just an 03 NIFC and roll 36. Not one other find, no varieties, no foreigns, no proofs, no nothing. We'll go ahead and throw that aside and do a live opening next on CV2. All right, let's pray our luck changes on the CV2 box since the CV1 box was pretty much as bad as they come. We did find an NIFC, but nothing else to get excited about. And judging by the tops of this one, there's nothing too exciting about it just yet. All right, let's crack into some rolls and see if we can get at least another find. Roll number 2 is gonna have a find because I just put a 73D under the scope, and take a look at this bad boy. Bingo bango, 73D DDO. Beautiful doubling on the R, a little bit on the U, strong doubling on that S, a little bit on the T, a little bit of doubling on the back side of the 3. It is a beauty. We got doubling on the Y, a little bit on the T as well. I will take it. Might be one of my nicer ones. I've got a couple of these, and never mind. The backside's got some gunk. I might be able to clean that off without damaging the coin, but that's going to hurt. That's going to make it not a submitter, but at the end of the day, it's still a nice 73D DDO, and I'll take it. It is our second find after 52 rolls and our first variety and a tougher one to get to boot. We'll take it despite the back not looking so nice. That's a good sign. Now let's find some more. Well, unfortunately, other than a 73D DDO in that box, we did not get any silver or any NIFC, so definitely a tough 2-box hunt. Let me spend a little bit of time and show you on PCGS the value of a 73D DDO. So I brought up the PCGS price guide under Kennedy half dollar, 73D. If we hit this plus sign right there, it'll bring up the DDO FS 101. If I click this blue PCGS number, it'll show us the coin, and as I showed you on the coin, you can clearly see here the doubling, especially on that S, the R, and the back of the 3. Now, as far as value goes, if you're in an AU type grade, and we'll go with AU 58, about 32 bucks, you basically would break even with grading fees and shipping if you were to send an AU 58 in. But if you get into the mint state ones, and you can get it in a higher mint state. Look at mint state 64 is 275 versus 55 and 63. It jumps way, way up, which is why I've been looking for one in the higher mint state grades. 65 is 400 bucks. I mean, this thing just goes up like crazy, and the top pop is mint state 66 at 675. So for a clad Kennedy half dollar that is a variety, if you can get one in uncirculated mint state condition 64 or better, it's definitely worth its weight. This is a nice example. Probably would have been a mint state 62 or so, but the back is going to keep it from being sent for grading. I'd be lucky to get an AU grade at best on this coin, and I'm not going to spend $30 to get $30 in value back. I'll keep looking for a better example. We didn't find one today, and we didn't find silver today. I think what I'll do, because this hunt is a 2-box hunt with no silver, I'll do another 2-box hunt married to this one when I have 2 more boxes to hunt. So with that being said, I'll see you when I have 2 more boxes. We're back, and I have a couple of more boxes, this time F3 and F5. And for those wondering, we did search F1, F2, F4, and F6, and we did only find one 40%er in those 4 boxes. So likely not going to find any silver in these 2, but that's why I'm hunting them again. And that's also why I've got my clad coinage varieties mat out. We used the stacking silver on the last 2 boxes and got nothing except for that 1973 D DDO with the ugly back and the 2003 NIFC. So the first 2 boxes, as you saw, were light, and we're going to do a live opening right now. We just slide those up, bring F3 down, and let's see if we can get a lucky ender of any kind on this F3 box. All right, here we go. Anything? Bueller? I don't see anything except maybe a nice 93. I think so. All right, we'll crack into the rolls, and I'll bring you in if I find something. Let's get after it. Roll number 10 of the F3 box, and we will have a NIFC 2004. We have not found very many finds, so I figured I'd show you at least the first one of the box to kick us off. Roll number 16 of this F3 box, and we've got a dandy here. I've already put it under the scope. It's a 1982 Philadelphia. Not in the best shape, but you do want to look for the no FG, and for the naked eye look, absolutely nothing there. And I do have that listed on my mat as one of the varieties you want to look for. And when I put it under the scope, we get under the eagle's leg right there, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Definitely a 1982 Philadelphia, no FG. And if I bring up the PCGS on this one, you can see here, 1982P, 50-cent piece, no FG, FS901. Nothing there as well. The value's not that high. Mine's probably an MS63 at best, but it might even be an AU58 to be honest. But either way, it's somewhere between $25 and $50 in value, and we only paid 50 cents for it, and I've only found 2 other ones in my life, so this is the 3rd one ever, and I don't look for them as much as I should, only because I haven't found very many. But I decided, since we're light on finds, to check every single variety possible, and we definitely got one. 1982P no FG, 2 varieties, 2 NIFCs, still no silver. Well, roll 45 of the F3 box is going to give us some silver, and it's a silver surprise. I didn't even check to see if we had any more, which we don't, but that's going to be a 40%er in there for sure. I saw the banding on it, and it's a 1968 Denver. Seems like we're going to get a random 40%er, unless there's more in this box. Let's look. Well, no more other silver in that box, but I'll take the silver we got. 1968D 40%er. We also got an 82P no FG and a 2004 NIFC. So a little bit better box than the last ones. Now it's time to move on to F5. Let me move these out of the way, and we'll get a live opening to see if we have anything else in that box as well. All right, F5, will we get another piece of silver? Will we get more than that? Will we get a variety? Will we get an ender? Let's see. Maybe. I don't see a silver ender, but it doesn't mean there's not silver enders. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll bring you in if and when we get a first find. Well, our first find of the F5 box comes in roll 24, and it's just going to be another NIFC 2009, but we'll take it because finds are few and far between right now. Hopefully I have something else to show you before we finish the box. Well, the F5 box is hunted, and it was a cold as ice box, but we ended the hunt with 3 NIFCs, 2 varieties, and a silver. You can't get mad at that. Sure, took 4 boxes to get 6 finds and 3 NIFCs we don't really need. But I'm happy with another 73 D DDO and an 82p no FG. I don't see those very often, and it's nice to add a few more to the album and the collection. And then, of course, you can never get mad at finding silver, even if it's only 1 in every 4 boxes, it seems like lately for my personal hunts. But I'm still going to take it, and I'll be adding it to the 2020 silver jar. If you enjoyed this 4-box $half hunt, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Yet another step closer to filling up this 2020 silver jar.